What's up, everybody? Hope you all had a great day. Getting into this episode of GH. Listen, I don't know what's going on with Ava Jerome, but they need to fix her. She needs her life fixed because I'm not happy with her kissing this man. I ain't happy with her being all up in his face. Like, Ava need to get the hell away from Austin because I'm not feeling it. It's something about that man I don't trust. I don't trust him. And I'm gonna tell you like this: Sonny needs to fire Dex. He's terrible at his job. He's horrible as a second in command. Horrible. Like, you got caught by Elizabeth of all people. Like, what type of fucking tail job was that he did on Austin? Because, brother, you got caught. He was not discreet at all. Even when he was watching Betty, the nanny, he wasn't discreet. Even Trina caught him doing that. Like, this dude lacks discretion. Like, do they not teach this in the mob handbook? Sir, what are you doing? You keep getting caught. He's an ass. Like, Sonny needs to dump him ASAP. Get rid of him. He's not gonna cut it. I'm sorry, but no. He really does lack discretion. He lacks smarts. You know what they say, $10 million body, $1 million frame, 10-cent brain. Because that's what it is. It's like, sir, do better. If you are gonna work for the Corinthos organization, get right. Okay? Tighten up. Tighten the fuck up. You need to go. You know what he need to do? He need to go look on YouTube, look up Jason Morgan's greatest hits, and he needs to learn a thing or two about being an enforcer, because he sucks. And he needs to add a little bit more muscle to the guns, because it's like, sir, come on now. I mean, you nice looking, but you're getting caught. It's like, that's not gonna fly over here. Sonny needs good people, discretion. Okay, he needs discreet people. Nah, let me stop. I'm just playing around. But yeah, I just think that, he needs to learn a thing or two about being an enforcer and about tailing people, about being discreet. He needs to learn. He has a lot of learning to do. He's young. He'll get there, hopefully. With some teachings, he'll get there. But yeah, I'm not sold on Austin at this point. I don't trust that man. I don't trust him. I was so sick when Ava kissed him. I said, listen, girl, you already ride the baloney pony once. Ain't no need to go down that road again. You had that fun already. Stop trusting this man. You know what I mean? Stop it. And I can't even believe Ava would ask the question of, oh, would Mason kill somebody? Ava, do you really have to ask that question? Would he kill somebody? Yes. Like, well, duh. You think Mason wouldn't kill somebody? Hello? I just feel like it's one shitstorm after another when it comes to Ava and Austin. I feel like every time a problem pops up, another one pops up, another one pops up, another one pops. Ava needs to cut her losses. She need to get a switchblade and cut him. I just want to be a doctor. Oh, shut the hell up, Austin. Shut up, Austin. I just want to be a doctor. Yeah, okay. Okay, sir. Mister, I just want to be a doctor. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. As far as I could throw you, I don't trust you. Ava need to let that go. So anyway, moving on from that. Liz was looking fucking gorgeous. Did y'all see Elizabeth in that number? Oh my god, Elizabeth was looking. I sound so old when I said that number. I sound like my grandparents. That number. That's something my grandparents would say. Not even my grandparents. My great grandmother would say something like that. But anyway, I miss her. R.I.P. Yeah, Elizabeth looked gorgeous. I said, go ahead, Liz. I seen some people on social media say that they not feeling her and Finn, and I totally agree, because for me, there's just no spark between them. But I will say, she could get worse. I mean, she could have a worse dude. At least Finn ain't no killer. He ain't no, he ain't no murderer. He not no psycho, manipulative, crazy man. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least she ain't with one of those. She's not with somebody that's gonna play her. You know what I'm saying? Because he seemed like he's very upfront with her. Like, he ain't got no skeletons that he's hiding from her. So, Finn is a good dude. I feel like he's good. I just don't see any spark, but he good people for her. Um, and I love how they put all that shit out on the table, about the issues and stuff like that. He telling her more about himself. And I felt him when he said, I don't like people, like, sometimes I don't like people. I felt that. When he said sometimes I don't like people, I really felt that deep in my soul. I felt that in the crevices of my soul, because sometimes I don't like people either. I could relate to that shit, because sometimes I'm not a people person either like that. Not really. Here and there. I can't be around people all day, every day. I can't. All day, I can't. I could be around certain people for a couple of hours. I used to be like this at work. When I worked in retail, I used to be like that. It used to kill me to be around people for 8-9 hours a day in retail. It used to kill me because it drove me crazy. Because when people just get on your fucking nerves, you just want to go. And when you at work, you can't just go. So you gotta deal with it. So I felt that. But I like that they put it out there, you know what I'm saying? And they like each other. So you know what? If Liz like them and that's what she want to do, more power to Liz. At least she with a man that ain't gonna do her wrong like that. And he only got eyes for her. At least until Hayden come back, whenever that would be. They need to bring her back at some point too. Yeah, so, and I'm also happy that Liz is putting that stuff with her parents behind her finally. Like, she got that closure. She got those answers, and now she just wants to let the past be the past. I feel that. I feel that too, because you know what? Some point you gotta move forward. You can't keep looking back. You gotta move forward. She put that part of her life behind her. Her and her mom are speaking occasionally now, so that's good. Good for Liz. Hoorah. So anyway, moving on from that. Um, I'm glad that we're getting more Michael and Christina scenes. I'm so happy about that. Thank God. Um, because I just feel like they don't get enough scenes together, or if any, honestly. So I'm glad to see Michael and Christine together, even if they are on opposing sides, even if they have different viewpoints when it comes down to the situation with Nina and Sonny. I totally got where Christina was coming from on that. The heart wants what the heart wants, which is so true. Sonny couldn't help the fact that he fell for Nina when he was in Nixon Falls. You know what I'm saying? Like, he couldn't turn those feelings off. As bad as he wanted to, and I'm pretty sure he did. He struggled with that. He wanted to turn. He didn't want to have feelings for her when he found out the truth. You know what I'm saying? But those feelings just got strong because they spent months together. You know what I'm saying? They spent months together getting to know each other. She started to get to know him more as Mike, and he got to know her as Nina. You know what I'm saying? So he started digging her. You know what I mean? So he couldn't turn those feelings off. The same way Carly couldn't turn her feelings off for Jason. She's had feelings for Jason for years. You know what I'm saying? And once Sonny was gone and her and Jason started to get together more, and came up with that plan to get married, the feelings just came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, those buried feelings just came back to the surface again. And it was on and popping. So people can't help who they fall for, or who they, the heart pulls them towards. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Michael shouldn't be upset with Nina for what happened, because she should. But I'm glad that Christina reminded him that him and Carly and everybody wasn't the only ones mourning Sonny when they thought he was gone. Christina mourned him too. You know what I mean? That's her dad too. Even though I still say it sucks that we didn't get to see a lot of Christina, when the shit was hitting the fan with Sonny and the whole Nina situation. But she mourned that man too. She thought she lost her dad too. It wasn't just them. And I'm glad she reminded him of that. But he did bring up a good point about, like, okay, what if it was Alexis instead of his mother? It was a valid point. But at the same time, it's like, nobody's saying Michael has to be nice to Nina. Like, he got to kiss her ass or he got to be best buds with her. But my thing is, it does get a little tiring hearing him bitch about her every 5 seconds too. It's like, if you want to get revenge on her, then go ahead and do it. If not, shut up about it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, what's going on between Sonny, Nina, and Carly is between Sonny, Nina, and Carly. Michael has a right to feel how he feel, but he need to let his mama handle it however she chooses to handle it. If she don't want to go after Nina or whatever, she pretty much already got her revenge when she kept Willow a secret. So it is what it is at this point. But I do feel like it was valid for him when he got home and he asked Willow if Nina upset her. I get why he asked that, because you know what? I wasn't even shocked that he asked that question. I wasn't even mad when he asked her that, because Nina has a tendency to overstep and to say certain things and do certain things that put her foot in her mouth. But I like that Nina was on her best behavior this time. You know, she didn't say nothing stupid. You know, she was genuinely trying to get to know Willow. And her and Willow had a good chat, you know, until Michael got there and stuff like that. And I totally get where Willow coming from. You know, as much as she is happy that she's living and whatnot, she wants to get back to normalcy. You know, she wants to get back to her nursing job. And that's what I love too, is because at the end of the day, she's married to Michael. She ain't got to work. She do not have to work at all. Like, she got a platinum card waiting for her. Anytime she want to swipe that bitch, it's going through. She ain't got to use her own money if she don't want to. But I love the independence that she wants. You know what I'm saying? Like, she loves being a Corinthos quartermain. But she's not there for the money. You know what I mean? Like, she wants to make her own wages. I can't be mad at somebody like that want to make their own coin. That's not sitting there, you know, living off their spouse or their spouse's family or whatever off that money. You know what I mean? Like, because you got some people that do that now. Men and women. You got some that are cool with being kept. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting there riding the gravy train and not trying to work. They build nothing of their own. So I respect her for that. You know, ain't nothing wrong with getting back to that grind, getting back to work. And I did love the little conversation between Christina and Nina and stuff like that. And I love how Christina pretty much told Nina, like, listen, you ain't got to butter me up. Okay? We already cool. Like, you ain't got to butter me up. But I love that Nina got her back with this project, because I do feel, I really feel strong about this project that she's doing. I'm glad that the GH writers are putting this in there, because I feel like it's a serious topic that does not get talked about a lot. You know what I'm saying? About creating safe spaces for teenagers and people who are going through things and homeless. You know, it's such a dope idea that I'm glad that they're touching up on. And I'm glad that Nina is willing to help her in any way. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Nina, she'll write a check. You know what I mean? She'll even probably publish a nice article about the center in Crimson. So it's a good connection to have. You know, that's very good for Christina to have. And I'm glad Nina's going to help her with that if she needs it. You know, because I think that this thing needs to be worldwide. Because it's a lot of teens out there with these problems. It's just a lot of people in general, even adults, you know, who ain't got nobody to turn to. So I think these centers and the center that Christina's creating, I think it's a dope idea. And I can't wait to see what she does with it. And like I said, hopefully we get to see a center built in an office space and all that type of stuff. Hopefully, because I want to see her in her element. I want to see Christina doing her thing. I love that whole scene between Valentine and Anna. I am so glad Valentine is home to be with his boo, to protect her, even though she don't need protecting. But I'm glad he back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell she missed her some Valentine. And he missed him some Anna. And yes, since Nicholas is MIA, Valentine is pretty much the head of the Cassadine family at this point. And I definitely agree with Valentine. I think his love for Charlotte and his love for Anna is what kept him wanting to be better. You know what I'm saying? He could have definitely fell into that trappings. You know, he definitely could have fell into the trappings of the regular Cassadine, who's evil, who always stirring up some trouble. So I'm glad that he went a different route. You know what I mean? But I love that about Valentine too, is that he's, you know, got a nice side to him. But when he needs to, he can flip that switch and turn back into the dark Cassadine. I feel like sometimes that's what you need. You know what I'm saying? You need that good side to you, and you need that dark side. But you only use the dark side when you really, really have to use it. Sometimes people use their dark side, they go back to that for the greater good. You know what I'm saying? To tap into that, to show people like, yo, you're not going to play with me. You know what I mean? So I'm glad, you know, he got Anna, they back together, you know, they reunited. And hopefully he can help her with this whole WSB rogue situation and find out who's trying to pop her. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully they could work together with Sonny on this pipeman thing and try to shut that down. Because Sonny need to find a way to get the hell up out of that. Because that's a no-go. Like, somebody going to get killed messing with them. I was so happy to see the Cassadine house again in Greece. I love seeing that set. But you know what? I feel bad for Laura. Like, she is on this wild goose chase looking for Nicholas, thinking that he just hiding out or maybe he was grabbed. Like, she just don't know what to think. You know what I mean? And I hate that she's on this wild goose chase and Ava knows exactly what the fuck happened. But I get why Ava won't tell her. Because I really feel like if Laura found out what happened and I don't know, maybe, I just feel like a part of me feel Laura probably would slap shit out of Ava. Because you got her going all the way to Russia. Now you got her going to Greece. You know what I'm saying? Looking for somebody when you know that they're not at any of these places. And you could have saved her all that time and money and all that grief and just told her what happened. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Laura would have understood if Ava just explained to her that Nicholas threatened to take Avery from her. Maybe she would understand that. You know what I'm saying? Because Laura had her kids taken away. You know, Nicholas shit. She was separated from Nicholas for years because of the Cassadines. You know what I mean? So maybe as a parent, she would have understood that. But Ava want to keep playing this little game. So if Laura finds out the truth and decides to go up Ava head upside her little noggin, I ain't gonna be mad at Laura. Cause shit, I'd be pissed too. Got me flying all over the world for nothing. You know how much plane tickets and first class and all that cost? Cause you know Laura ain't flying coach. You know she not. Either she flying on commercial first class or she got a private jet. And either way, this trip ain't cheap. So I don't know where her and Kevin about to go next, but she just need to come on back to Port Charles and handle this, cause all this wild goose chase that she on is frustrating as hell. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Peace.